Hello. Welcome. Good afternoon. Welcome to a review of episode 12 of I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World. Let me cut to the chase here. Let's rewind the clock back to when it all starts. When they first announced it. When I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World was announced, I was really looking forward to it. I was really looking forward to it because I read these chapters over and over and over again because I love the concept behind this series. And the respect for Yuuya's sake, like the respect for the MC in terms of isekais, like, you know, the reason I'm not ecstatic today is because what we got was straight bullshit. I said it. I'm saying it loud. Guys, you can spread this the word on YouTube when I say it. You're talking about, like, I hate when shows, like, get so bad to a point that you want to keep going and watch it, regardless of how shitty the CGI is, regardless of what what's the point? You gave up on the show, but even if you're still good, you're still watching it regardless, this and that. It's like watching fillers. You don't want to skip the fillers, but you gotta watch the fillers because you may not know. Maybe something will happen. Now, again, going back, when I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World came out, when they announced, I was looking forward to it because I love this concept behind it. Then when they made it to the first episode, I enjoyed it. To be honest with you guys, I enjoyed it. The storyline was there. They kept the pacing of it, how it all starts when he gets beat up, all those kind of things. From a fat guy to a skinny guy, those kind of things. Look at his vibe. But then it starts diving down. It's like, what the fuck? Why? Why would you do this? And if you think episode 4 was the worst, because I got mad when they did this one. I got mad that they fucked it up. The way how he took down the bullies, the way how he helped his brother and sister, those kind of shits. The way how they did it was strictly bullshit. And then it started diving down with the animation and the CGI. And in this episode 12, this episode, I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's like the Full Metal Jacket line when he's like, when he found the jelly donut, he's like, holy Jesus. What is that? What the fuck is that? And that's what it is. I can't believe this. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I'm not, I can't believe that I'm actually doing every episode of this. I wanted to drop this, but I kept it going because this is one show that I was actually looking forward to. And even though it sucks, it is. But I'm going to give you all my final rating when it airs, because next week is the last episode. It says Yuuya and Kari. But after watching it on Crunchyroll, I got to bring it up. So let's get right to it, the review of I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World, episode 12. Okay, here's the thing. After what happened last week, and we found out about the assassin, which was Lexia's brother, the princess, the brother, it comes to our attention that you gave us something to watch with the worst animation and the glitches of this episode. I don't know where to begin with this shit. First off, the only good thing you could say about it is the fact that Yuuya is now in an adventure guild. He's now a guild. He's now an adventurer now. He's not going back and forth worlds. He and slaying demons. He's now an adventure guild. And he's with Luna now. And the good thing we saw it was the level of magic he has. When Luna touched the crystal ball, it's yellow. When Yuuya touched the crystal ball, it breaks. And after seeing that, you got this sexy ass witch coming along with her boobs and showing off with Yuuya and wanting to hang out. Okay, that's fine, but again, another girl added to the harem process. Okay, moving on. So Again, Lexia and Luna, they still have this rivalry going on with Yuuya and like that. You know, they kept the fun part of it. You know, going on the fields, collecting herbs. And I feel bad for Owen, though. Owen being the bodyguard that it is. I feel kind of like Owen's the bodyguard. I get it. He's helping. I felt bad for Owen being like the guy who has to control those two girls. Okay. But again, going back to the glitches. Oh my god, I'm so tight. Going back to the effing glitches. Like the scene where Yuuya trying to open the door and the door just opened. You know, that's a glitch. They fucked that up. The door scene with Yuuya opening the door to see Lexia. They left that up. And the cut scenes. They cut it. They cut it. They fucking cut it. Like the one where like Owen's talking to someone in an emergency scene. They cut it off. We didn't see that part when Owen was talking to the soldier, and when Yuuya got on the horse and rode to the side. Like they left out a lot of things. They cut everything. It's like taking 3 images, but you put the third image in the front, and you put the second middle. How do I put this? Matter of fact, I got a better one. It's like 10 pages. You have 10 pages, but you use the last page to put it in the second slot, and you put the third and you put the 8th page on the first slot, and that's what it did. They disorganized the way how Owen talking to the soldier, and then the soldier talking to Yuuya, and then they got on the horse. They left out they just skipped all of that. Completely freaking rush is what I'm trying to say. And then when we got to see the brother trying to kill people, trying to like, I'll kill myself, all that kind of thing. What happened? The animation with Yuuya's fight scene was too fucking stupid. I mean, everybody wants to give up on this show. I certainly do. I think the one episode that made me want to give up on this show, honestly, was the 4th episode. Because again, I was actually looking forward to it. After reading that chapter, I was actually looking forward to it and see how they were going to do it. But the way how it fucked up, it did. Now, this right here, I will put this episode as the worst compared to the others because, again, false animation. The animation was way off. CGI went off. It's like they rushed this entire episode just so we can get to the last episode where it says episode 13, Yuuya and Kaori. Yes, I'm watching on the TV. Yuuya and Kaori. I'm watching on the PSN. It says it right here. And I'm like, okay, so what y'all gonna do? You're gonna save the animation for the big episode, the last of it? And then after that, you know, the animation got bad. Not only bad, but that last fight scene with the mysterious assailant just came out, you know, battling Yuuya. Even that was stupid. And the thing is, I had to rewind it. I had to go back. Like, did I miss something? There were a lot of things that missed out. So much so that I can't believe I'm actually talking about this. I haven't talked about a bad anime since The Promised Neverland Season 2. And that was shitty. In this right here, it's just... Sorry, it's just that the way how they did this was so... Like I said, the only good thing about it was... The only good thing about this episode was... Yeah, Lexia and Luna's rivalry over Yuuya is there. Okay. And, you know, another girl... Another hot, gorgeous witch... Well, not another. Well, another girl wanted to be part of Yuuya's harem, join an adventure with them. That's pretty much what you got. This was just zoomed in and zoomed out of animation. This was, you're running the mill like, okay, we're just going to rush, because there's not much to do. It's like they gave up. It's like they're out of ideas and gave up. And Yuuya becoming an adventure girl, okay, that's great and all. Finally, after 12 episodes. But still, it's not much to say. Now, here's the thing. This episode sucks ass. Sucks ass, man. I mean, like... It sucks so bad, like, to a point where I get why people drop this show. I get it. And the fact that we're on episode 12 and the next week is the last episode, thank God, one would argue that this is the worst isekai. Now, I'm not really sure what is the worst isekai of all. I don't know. I still have to go back to my archives and see which is the worst isekai. Because I know there are worse ones than this. I know there's worse ones. I just got to look back into it. But for this show, here's the thing. You know how we've got dumpster fires and all that stuff? This show belongs in the trash. But it's one of those trashes where it's like, you know what they say, one person trash is another man's treasure? That's what it is. It's like it belongs in the trash and it's going to stay there until someone picks it up and say, you know what? We can make something good out of this. We just got to fix it up. And that's what this entire I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World look is. So, next week is the last episode. I'm not surprised how it ended. I won't even be surprised how it ends. But this episode sucks so bad that this last episode better be their last-ditch effort. They better put everything on the line for this episode, for next week's episode to be a badass or something in between. We don't know. I just hope, whatever the case may be, better do something. That's all. And again, I'm not hyped. I'm not excited about the ending. I really am not. Because again, they gave us shitty episodes. Some of them were good, some of them were bad. And this episode, it wasn't. Guys, for those of us who continue watching it, I'm surprised I'm doing reviews of this every week, to be honest. But it is what it is. I'm going to continue doing it until the day is finished. And next week is the last episode. That's all it is. Bad episode, yes. Next week's episode, maybe, maybe not. Truth be told, I wouldn't care. So, stay tuned for the next week's episode of I Got a Cheat Skill in Another World. And let's see if they do something right. Let's see where this goes. I don't know. We'll see. See you next week.